interacts favorably with Muster for battle is Fan of Knives. You have Backstab for Knife Juggler, just in general. Seems like the mulligan screen keeps freezing up on us.
No, it's always the awkward time you enter the spectator mode, because if you catch them mid exchange, then you don't see what they switch out. Or you might see them look like they keep everything, and all of a sudden everything just replaces. So it's just one of those spectator mode things that we don't have a lobby yet.
Okay.
But
they're working on it, right?
Yeah. Soon.
All right. Chow comes down. Probably gonna see a backstab hero power here.
Yeah, you think so? Think Zombie Chow's that high priority to take down immediately?
Oh, you're gonna take it down eventually. Might as well do it now.
I mean, you also gain 5 health, so you can take your time, right?
Yeah, you could, like, I guess, Deadly Poison Eviscerate later. Alright.
Yeah, I guess in this case the Deadly Poison and Eviscerate's okay. And you'll be back at 30 health, controlling the board pretty well. He doesn't have the Fan of Knives for the Muster for battle, though.
Nah, he's gonna have a hard time with that card for sure. Maybe you backstab Eviscerate. If you expect Muster for battle, you don't want to use a Deadly Poison charge to kill a 1-1.
Right. Oh, that's actually a good point. Next turn, if he doesn't have something, you also have Prep Sprint.
It's actually a good point. This is the only kind of points I make, Frodo.
Sometimes you make good points, but you also don't deliver them in the best manner as well. So.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, Eviscerate comes down. Zombie Chow's dead.
But yes, I will watch my phrasing around you a little bit better. Okay, so Muster for battle. Well, from this point on, you're just going to be stacking in damage, and it's very hard to catch up.
Yeah, when you go second with Paladin, you're threatening the turn 4 Quartermaster with the coin.
Right.
So, not having the Fan of Knives is going to make Pharo pretty scared here. I mean, he might even just backstab SI, the 1-1s. I think he will. The only question is, will he attack the remaining 1-1? Probably not.
But then if you... yeah, I guess it's too unreliable, because if you sprint here, you're still taking a lot of damage. But I guess if you draw Bleed Flurry, you'll be okay.
Yeah, that's true. You could draw, like, Prep Fan.
Well, alright, not quite. But at the same time, PinpingHo doesn't have the Quartermaster either. Oh, I guess it's debate if he wants to backstab.
Yeah, or just bluffing preparation. I mean, yeah, I like backstab, but I would not attack.
That's wild, man. Backstabbing a 1-1 out of fear.
That's the power of Quartermaster. It makes me think, what about just cutting Quartermaster?
Some people have tried to do that on their run to Legend. I mean, you still have some synergy with Knife Jugglers and other cards. It's just the threat of Quartermaster already makes them play differently, and then you can squeeze in something else that's more impactful. Because sometimes Quartermaster just has nothing. It just you hero power and it becomes a pretty weak thing. Oh man. Well, this is a perfect opportunity for Pharo to climb back in here. Paladin's gonna start struggling to get back on its feet here unless it picks up a really impactful card now. It's a little bit too expensive.
Just gonna keep stacking hero powers, dealing 1 damage at a time, basically. There's something to be said for just throwing True Silver out there, but I guess you could get sabotaged.
Oh, that's a good point. Sabotage, something to always be mindful of now, just because it disables the weapon. So it feels like this is going to be playing out a very slow, painful death, unless this Dr. Boom has like game-changing explosions, which it definitely can have.
Yeah, well, Rogue has like a lot of cards and a lot more cards coming with Azure Drakes, but not a lot of ways to catch up. So if Paladin can actually get the lead on board, You know, Rogue doesn't really have a way to stop taking damage. You have to keep in mind, Paladin has access to equality, so it has a reset. Like, the game can drag on if Paladin wants it to. So PinpingHo isn't completely out of it, even though he's down on cards so much.
Let's see, what's the best way of dealing with this Dr. Boom?
The usual, I think. Dr. Boom.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that is one way to do it. You also can use some Violet Teacher tokens, but I think, yeah, I think Dr. Boom might be the best to answer it right back. Azure Drake doesn't seem like it can guarantee you anything.
Yeah, the thing I don't like about this is,
like, I would have rather created 1/1 tokens with
yeah,
my Violet Teacher than this. I guess it gives you another card, which is nice.
yeah. Well, it's just like you're using your Eviscerate now, and now the hand is entirely minions. So there are no more... It's like playing Arena, you know, when you're behind and all you have are these dudes that don't do anything for a full turn.
Right.
Just gives you no way to catch up.
Yeah, you need some AoE mechanics. Oh. Hold on. Well, before we do anything else, though, I think PinpingHo wants to check the boom bot.
Yeah, there's like a 1 in 4 chance that...
Well, assuming it hits the Drake. Oh!
Yep, that was the 1 in 4.
Ooh.
Well, 2 and 8, but same thing. Alright. This is, does happen with Paladin from time to time. You have a bunch of reactive cards. Not playing anything here is really going to telegraph that to Pharo, so he's not going to overextend into an equality combo. Because, you know, if Paladin doesn't play anything with 7 mana, you know what's in their hand. But luckily, True Silver can take out a couple mid-sized dudes.
I guess you are somewhat afraid of Sabotage, being able to disarm your weapon, but... I mean... Is Sabotage a common include, or is it something that's teched in?
I mean, I feel like most people play 1, but Pharaoh's Rogue deck is different from most, and he had to cut something to fit cards like Lotheb and Edwin and Black Knight in.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Sabotage is one of the things he cut.
Sure. Alright, well. He does have a way to deal with Dr. Boom too. And the bombs recently have been pretty disappointing. Super disappointing, in fact.
Just last turn it was amazing. 1 in 4.
Yeah, it was pretty disappointing. He didn't kill the Azure Drake. Yeah. Alright.
It's not always like super flashy, you know, when they're good, it's just...
They can't always be good, right?
Yeah. Well, sometimes they're really good, but it just doesn't look like they were that good. Even though they were.
Sure.
Killing Drake for free is a pretty big deal. Let's see. I guess, a Lotheb Edwin's decent.
So many options.
Yeah, I guess it prevents you from getting the equality consecration combo, but
Maybe Teacher Lotheb's better.
Pay attention, class.
I think the Teacher Lotheb's a little bit better. Just because the Violet Teacher is better when it's played faster than Fang Cleave here. Man, the Rogues just continue to put on pressure, but nice thing is Paladin's not like on a super low amount of health here.
I wouldn't mind just seeing a Consecrate here. Kill the 2 bigger minions.
Let me think.
Actually, it's as much as that's an expensive play, it might be the one that you could make to clear the board for sure. Although again, you're giving the initiative back to the Rogue, who can once again load up the board, and you know that they're starting to pile on threats. This deck often has Ragnaros or other things that might put you in a really uncomfortable spot. Well, I think if you're PinpingHo, You're probably also worried that your opponent will start putting out a lot of damage soon. Oh my
Yeah,
god, he just passes.
I'm surprised to not see the Consecration clear. If he did go with that line of play, even if the Rogue would have initiative again and played more minions, he has the equality. So even without the Consecrate, he could equality, Knife Juggler, juggle a couple things. That would probably stabilize.
I am ready to learn.
Well, I think Pharo's just gonna run away with this game now.
Yeah, definitely.
Unless it's just such a big overextension, but even so, there's still a lot of damage. And he wisely holds back, too. Well played. Quality Consecration. I guess it does give him an ability to start loading back the board now with Shield Mini Bot. Pretty reliable.
Yep, PinpingHo does have a couple true silvers to pad his life total a little bit. But yeah, he's very far behind on cards here.
Still will continue to stack the lead against him too with Azure Drake.
Tyrion's never gonna matter. There's a sap, and once once the Rogue runs out of saps, it's got Black Knight. So okay, Teacher's pretty good.
Yeah, Teacher's good. I still think. Because after the Teacher, you don't really do much. So I still think the Drake is okay here too. Unless you just want to buy a Teacher and then.
Yeah, he's gonna Edwin.
I am ready to learn.
That's a nice thing about having Black Knight in hand, is you can kind of use your sap liberally because you still have Tyrion answer coming up.
Right. Oh man. He's really confident. Turns out it ends up saving him some headaches from Quartermasters. So.
Alright, Iron Beak Gal gonna get some use against Rogue, which doesn't always happen.
Oh, juggle on the Violet Teacher. Pretty clutch here.
Yeah, definitely a nice one. I think you hero power and mini bot rather than
The weapon. Yeah, I think you want to get as much as you can out of the Knife Juggler for sure. Pretty
Jeez.
meh.
It's pretty unlucky.
So let's see if the Azure Drake can pick up the Blade Flurry or the Fan of Knives. I guess Sprint could do the same thing too. With a higher success rate for sure. Prep may be important. Oh man!
Well, that's not bad.
Pretty sure that's just gonna seal it here. Paladin's gonna lose everything. Backstab!
It's gonna let him keep a 2-2 if he wants.
Yeah, I think so. Why would you not want to? That is nasty. And PinpingHo needs something pretty big here himself. Alright, well, I suppose Quartermaster is better than nothing here. But it is one of the weaknesses. It's not really good at fighting back for the board. And Pharo picks up his Earthen Ring Farseer. Is there a way he can set up for a potential lethal here? Yeah, if he goes for Ragnaros, hits the face, that puts him at 8. And this could be the moment where we see Pharo equalize the series.
I like that he's going for this. It's a lot cleaner than his other options.
Oh, okay. One
Alright.
more turn. Oh, man. Well, the big game hunter to answer the Ragnaros is exactly what he needed.
Is there hope, PinpingHo?
Pimping Hope.
PinpingHo.
I mean, this is a pretty intimidating board now.
How many deadly poisons were used? One already, right?
Yeah, two of them.
2 of them. So that Blade Flurry is not going to do more than 2 damage.
Well,
That's enough, though.
it might be enough. Or is it? I mean, 5, 9, 12, 14, 16.
I mean, there's a good chance it draws Blood Mage, that's the thing. Because the Rogue's deck at this point is very small, it's drawn a lot of cards. And I think there might be another Fan of Knives as well.
Almost out of cards.
Oh.
Wow,
Oh,
Blood
man.
Mage is the last card.
Well, the Shiv is pretty nice to take out
No,
this.
you shiv the Quartermaster, right? Unless he's not playing Blood Mage in his deck.
I guess he's not playing Blood Mage. No, remember he made some cuts somewhere. He has Black Knight, he has Van
Yeah.
Cleef.
I'm amazed that he cut that card. I was like,
One of Rogue's best friends.
yeah, really liked Blood Mage. Yeah.
I'm out of cards.
Size 7's pretty decent. Wow, this one really might come down to the wire too.
Yeah. Preparation, doing degenerate preparation-y things. Just making plays that would otherwise be impossible happen. Alright. Defender.
Not bad.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse.
Fills out 10 mana perfectly, and he has the True Silver Champion to take out this Azure Drake.
Yeah, on a clear board. That looks pretty grim. I was trying to think of what the best card Paladin could have drawn was. I figured, oh, maybe Tyrion, but he's got the Black Knight. Defender is actually pretty solid.
Now Black Knight has to be used here.
Oh, man, Tyrion off the top could actually... Whoa!
Oh. He's been keeping track of all the spells, and he realizes he probably is out of spells. He's used both backstabs. He's used both Phantom Knives and Blade Flurry. The only way this could backfire is if he had Blade Flurry number 2. He's taking a risk, but it's a race at this point for him.
Wow. Pharo really wants to hero power this 3-1, but he can't. Because if he does, he can't play a 3-drop. So it's going to be a very mana inefficient turn.
He has to start considering how much damage he'll be taking in the next couple of turns too, right? With fatigue. So he's working on effectively 9 health at the moment. Because he can't kill him this turn. And now he's also wondering about his possibilities if Tyrion gets shown off the top too.
Yeah,
He really needs to make this work right here.
Yeah, I would actually have to do the math. Like the 1 health, the 1 extra damage he would take might actually matter quite a bit from the 3-1.
Oh man.
It's not lethal yet.
No.
Wow. So you go face. You go face and you win.
No. There's 11 damage on the board right now, so you have to kill out the Drake.
You go face with a True Silver.
Oh,
Straight
yeah,
with
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Paladin won. That's insane. This game looked so bad for PinpingHo. Am I understanding it wrong? It looks like he won 100% and there's nothing that can be done about it. Or I guess, never mind. You can trade
if he trades both in Sylvanas.
Okay, yeah. So Sylvanas has to go the whole way.
Right.
You probably just play the BGH too.
Yeah, I suppose so. There's nothing else you're saving it for.
Or do you kill the 3-3? You
It's a force to...
It deals 1 extra damage. You want face.
This is pretty nuts. Wait.
I have
That's
no
game.
time for games.
He just
I've got the beast in my
he
Oh
just
my
played
God.
it before trading him in.
Wait, he's gonna die no matter what then.
Yeah,
for
you
the
can see
guaranteed
PinpingHo's
fee.
just happy.
Yeah.
He's just,
Oh! Well, it
Wow.
didn't really matter because...
that game looked so bad for Rogue.
Well played.
That was insane.
That was well played. Especially by some of the attacks that Paladin was able to calculate and do damage to the face. So.
Yeah.
And it ends up being 1 turn where it could have been the opposite direction. So
Almost every turn of that game, you look at it, you'd say, oh, Rogue has this sealed no matter what.
Yeah.
And then